I want to do what's always true. I want to dig a little deeper in the storehouse of His love, eternal love, each passing hour. I want more power. I want to dig a little deeper in the storehouse.
When I graduated from seminary, the interim dean was one of the great Anglican bishops, Stephen Bain. He was one of the people who helped put together, it was called Mutual Responsibility and Interdependence. It was really all about how the communion could work together. And he defined mission as looking around and seeing where God was already at work in the world and then joining God there. And you know, I think bishops are called upon to sort of discern where God is at work, both within the church and outside the church, and then ally the people and the resources of the church to speak to those things and to join God in that work. I would say that the kind of work that we see around human rights nationally and internationally is part of that work. I think if the church is going to really be a kind of beacon to the world and not be seen as hopelessly irrelevant, we have to be involved in those social justice ministries. And you know, the bishop isn't the be-all and end-all of any diocese, but the bishop can be a leader in that way, and he or she should, I think, both have their own ministry around social justice. It's why I spend so much time in the men's and women's prisons in New Hampshire. That's sort of my personal thing. But I think the bishop can not only give permission but encouragement to people to be involved in those movements of social justice. You know, I think the church has for a very long time been good at the charity part of our loving. But you know, the old story goes, it's not enough to pull the drowning people out of the raging stream who are who are about to drown, but we have to walk back upstream and find out who's throwing them in the first place. And that's the justice piece of our work. It's not to say we do that instead of the charity work. We'll always be good at good works, but we also have to do the justice piece of looking systemically at why is it that the culture and sometimes the church are the ones throwing people under the bus, and I think the bishop can set that tone in any diocese. Today, I would have to say that in light of yesterday, the fact that I'm still here, and as far as I know, all the bishops who consecrated me are still here, despite calls for my resignation and calls for them to leave the conference. I think in this day and time, the greatest sin is leaving the table or excluding someone else from the table. And when that doesn't happen, God is pleased.
I want to dig deeper in the storehouse of His love, eternal love.